Hello everyone, welcome once again. So it's your boy Emmanuel, and this video was kind of difficult for me to do because it's kind of difficult in a way that it talks about thing or something that a lot of people wouldn't want to talk about. I mean, I for one a Nigerian, just like some of you may know, and I realized that a lot of times now there's a mass exodus of Nigerians. I mean, because of the economic situation of the world, so it affects Nigeria, and a lot of Nigerians seem to be moving out of Nigeria. So for greener pastures, of course. And one thing that strikes me is the grass really greener on the other side? No, don't get me wrong. This is not to throw a shade on anyone who is overseas. I mean, personally, I would love to be also outside Nigeria, but I would also want to get the true situation in most of these countries. Because why I'm asking is because, or why I'm generalizing is because I tend to see a trend that since everyone is leaving and everyone is going there, and no one seems to be doing any form of equalizing investment at home. So, I mean, of course, this may not be applicable to everybody, but basically, this is my own observation. So, the houses around me were still built by people who are based in Nigeria, and the jobs are also created by those who are in Nigeria. So I would really want to know the reason why most Nigerians prefer to go out of Nigeria. Is it because I understand the situation in Nigeria? The Nigerian situation is very dear to the extent that there's insecurity, there's a lot going on, political instability. In fact, it's not something the mouth can say. But again, my point is, are we really moving out there to seek that greener pasture as we are told or as we think? All right. If we're doing that, then that's good. But if it's not the case, then why don't a lot of Nigerians who are overseas do the needful as to come back? I mean, there are lots of videos spreading online of people who are in the UK who are complaining about the situation there and how how UK is not what you think, and how you don't want to go to the UK. And I've been asking myself, why would anybody not come back if truly the situation is bad there? So economically, Nigeria is not so strong. I mean, owing to this recent situation and the government of the day, which is not making any policies that tend to be favorable to the people. Because I stay in Nigeria, so I know what's happening on ground. But you find out that there's a mass exodus of Nigerians, and this is creating this vacuum. Or no, I wouldn't say it's a vacuum because I mean Nigerians, population of Nigeria is just too much. It's 200 and something million. So, but there's kind of a brain drain, of Nigeria because the best in Nigeria are leaving. So the professionals are leaving. The other day, someone told me that a bank that he's banking with is not active anymore. Like they're not sending him text messages on like not necessarily text messages, but the bank is not just responsive anymore. And then I began to think about what could be the situation. And one thing that struck me was that could it be that this thing is happening because of the professionals, the software engineers, are not necessarily the ones who were handling the their jobs initially? Like, could it be that they've migrated and there's a lot of vacuum in these companies? Just recently, I interviewed for a job in one of the big companies in Nigeria, and one thing that I realized was that vacuums were there because the people left. So a lot of people left, and this created a vacuum. So they were trying to fill these vacuums with people who are currently in Nigeria. So unfortunately, I didn't get the job quite alright, but I would also say that this is affecting Nigeria somewhat negatively. And at the same time, I'm also looking at it in the aspect of these people who are leaving are not necessarily leaving because they want to leave. They are all possibly leaving because the society is not just welcoming. It's not progressive. It's not a place to train up that your child, the ambitious child, So you need a society that really cares about you. So this video was initially intended to ask for your comment on why you think that Nigerians are leaving the country. Could it be that they're not satisfied anymore with what's happening in the country? So, of which my own view is that there's a lot to be done in Nigeria, and the issue of mass exodus needs to be checked in a good way, though, not necessarily stopping people from leaving the country. So I saw a video also recently where a journalist was interviewing people on what they think about the mass exodus of Nigerians. And one of the things that I realized is that there's this agreement within the journalists and the journalism body that they should, not necessarily the agreement, but the journalist was trying to dissuade people from leaving Nigeria. I mean, he was saying that he himself has made it in Nigeria, and there's no difficulty in making it in Nigeria. But at the same time, that is his own view, and anyone is entitled to their own opinions. So that will be that. So let me know what you think in the comment section about this video, and would also, if this video picks up, then I would love to talk more about this. All right, cheers. See you soon.